point is I'm asking for overseas, which I think has already been globally taken over by this Israel, Japan, American force of high quality. And I just want to say, to be in a country that are segregating me in apartheid and just really taking advantage and exploiting somebody's face and tragedy after they've been abused is not a quality move. It's, it leaves a really bad taste in my mouth that I have to be stuck in a country where the government steals us from our families and kind of like puts us in harm's way by putting us near this shop that keeps discussing my face in a really degrading way. And I think the point of it is she wants to kind of claim that her face is a very expensive face and the quality of her face, and it's so they must have a dark reason for doing this, because I'm being poisoned daily in my house. So it's like I'm being kept as a dog pet so she can feed me poison and age me, and this gives her a sense of control psychologically, and then tormenting me around communities that I'm very aged and old and very down, to kind of create this like segregation of people kind of discriminating against the way I look. And it's actually against humanity to do this. Now, I'm asking for people overseas that don't really care if you look like a hot Arab, or don't really care if you look like a hot Indian and a hot frickin' Indonesian. It'd be nice to meet people or a hot blonde from Tiffany that seems to have some sadistic entitlement to keep rummaging through my stuff and my private information with she's got some sort of idea that I'm not really a divine person. But I'd like to see her keep up her church work with a bunch of men battering her head and a bunch of people discriminating her face daily, and then the government running a whole lot of buses that she's fucking ugly now in front of all of her friends. I'd like to see her stand up to that, and then every home racially segregated as a flea bag and very ugly. I just, there's no humanity. I don't deserve it. I know my worth as a person, and even as a ugly, withered person dying of cancer, I know I'm worth love. So I've spent a lot of time putting energy into caring for other people, and I do believe I deserve it. I do believe it's a really sadistic thing to come against somebody that has no arrogance whatsoever about any of this. All I want to do is rest and see my family, and every time I get up, I'm getting beaten by these sadistic Nazi blondes that they're better than me to take away my business. And they're not seen as war criminals, they're seen as heroes and girls that are the most desired in my town, and that I'm the jealous one. And that's the injustice. There's never been a democracy, and I'm calling for it. So, I don't like that my exes had dragged me into this crap for years, like Pick the Queen, and it's so, did you even ask if I wanted to be the ugly ex? If you're trademarking me as an ugly ex, parading me in the public, do you not think it's going to do psychological damage to somebody? Because I really do. And I really think for somebody that's developed a consciousness that's been very deep to think about other people's feelings, I think you're doing a lot of psychological damage to somebody that was very healed. And I just think it's really bad. I just think you're really shallow, and if you're not setting a good example for the generation coming, and you're not setting a very good example for our politicians to create this network of women that looks are the only thing that matters. Because it should go on merit, and women that have done things with no arrogance, they've done it to work hard and to establish a better life for themselves, should not be coming against like 7 women who believe that they are superior, expensive women just battling me every day to be alive after I've already been so abused. It's just such a torture. It's just ongoing torture. And these people just want to follow me around the world and keep me in chains for the rest of my life. And I don't want it. I want to be my own individual person. I don't want to be kept as an animal. I want action from overseas because I feel I'm just under siege from New Zealand. It's like I get murdered in Australia and all the Kiwis down in Christchurch are just holding me under siege of some sort of personality I am. It's unfair.